he's calling the plays. I've been there before. It's like, hey, you're doing what works. You're going to do it, and feel like you're going to be successful doing it. And we all felt the same way, so that's what he decided to do.
Is there what more can you do to establish a toughness, do you think, with the run game and the offensive line?
I think just anytime, just when you're, just with the run game is, understanding, the concepts you're trying to run, knowing where your landmarks are, knowing where your feet need to be, your hat placement, the back's understanding where the point of attack is, the footwork, and then the back's letting the play express itself. And then, it's up to us as a back to make a guy miss, and at times, when you get movement like that, there's times I think it kind of makes the back get off kilter and not get to his point and press it and set the hook. And that happens, it's just you have to be patient and do that.
For a layman here, what is a zone pressure?
A zone pressure would be where they're overloading you on one side, okay? Like Texas, they did it to the boundary. And so that'd be like a will free safety coming off their edge and they're slanting back to the field. And when they slant, they do big, hard, looping moves. And then what they're trying to do is D lineman is try to get their hat in the crack and penetrate to cause penetration, which gets people off blocks.
And is that something Clay mentioned? That's something Washington State also does.
Yeah, they do. They do it. They do a good job there, And what they do really well is they're 4 down front. They cover the core with jam. Play a 7-man box. They play some odd front. So we got to do a good job just offensively communicating and making sure we understand what the front is and where we need to go.
How different is it with Washington State? They usually have a smaller front seven. They're usually quick guys.
Very quick. They do a nice job, and they put themselves in successful situations. You can see that the coordinator there is doing a good job, and he came from Minnesota, and we played against him in 2016 when I was at Michigan. So I'm familiar with his schemes and things that he's doing.
Does it help when you have that, previous relationship, having faced someone?
Yeah, absolutely helps. You kind of look back at some of the different things they've done and understand the different scenarios and things that they like to do, yeah.
As a run game coordinator, a former O-line coach, what are you seeing from the blocking schemes in front?
I think, the bottom line is, it's just, we just, like anybody, I mean, it takes all 11 to get it. And the receivers blocking, getting their landmarks, the linemen sticking on blocking, sustaining and straining to finish, the backs pressing the hole and making people miss, the quarterback using the proper footwork when he drops back the ball and naking it out or whatever the call is for him to do to try to hold a fourth defender. I mean, those are all the things that all 11 guys, it's just not the front. It takes all 11 for make things go. And at times, you do well one play and then, 2 guys break down, 1 guy break down, but we'll get it fixed, and we've all been there before. It's not just one person or one group. We all got our fingerprints on it, and we got to do a better job as a coaching staff to put our players in successful situations.
How do you kind of react when your running backs don't get an opportunity to make a guy miss when there's kind of somebody on them a lot of times in the backfield?
It happens, and that's in the bottom line is if that happens, get the ball back to the line of scrimmage and hold on to it. And I mean, it's not always going to be pretty. I mean, this game, there's going to be an arm in there, a hand in there, the head in there. I mean, not everything's going to be covered up, but it's our job to press it and make guys miss, get yards after contact.
What have you thought of the blocking, the pass blocking of your running back so far?
I thought it's been good. I think it's, we're still improving. There's some ways to go, but I think in terms of them trying to meet the guy at the line of scrimmage and moving their feet, and we still understand concepts in terms of the different things that people can bring and where to be. So I think we're getting there. We're not there yet, but we've made improvement.
Have you been involved with the minus 5-yard rushing game before?
Somewhere.
What's that feel like?
It doesn't feel very good, and it's basically a shot to your stomach, and you feel awful, and you go home, you don't sleep good, you toss and turn, you find out what we need to fix and how to do it, and you don't feel good about it. I mean, and it's not the players. I mean, everybody's got their fingertips on it, and everybody needs to fix it, and I got to do a better job with the running backs. That's what I'm here to do, is coach the running backs and get them to understand the point of attacks and understanding to press it and what their reads are and hold on to the darn ball and all that sort of stuff that we're responsible for.
When you watch the game film, it's never as bad as it really seems.
It's not as good as you always think it is.
Exactly. Just a question. On the play where near the goal line and Carr tried to go around the right side, it looked like missed assignments or something because there was no lead blocker?
Yeah.
Anything?
Yeah, just a little misassignment, miscommunication. But I mean, you get in a place like that, 103,000. I mean, you know, if it's some of those guys, it's the first time standing out there. I mean, that's, you know, it's a beehive, and we're going to be better because of it. We're going to communicate better, and our guys are going to have a little bit of more callous because of it, and be able to operate in those kind of situations.
Were you pleased with today's practice?
Yeah, I thought today's practice was awesome. I think it was
Yeah.
those guys came out with great attitude and work ethic, and guys were coaching, and it was neat. I mean, guys were into it.
Seemed like it was very animated.
Very animated and exciting, and we want to get this thing going in the right direction, and we will. We got a bunch of great people in our locker room.
Was that something you guys addressed? I mean, like Cedric said after the game, it seemed like it was lazy, a little slow last week.
Yeah, I think just, you know, with the way Clay addresses the team and the team meetings and his expectations, and when he leads us in things, there's an expectation level when you walk on this field. I mean, it's laser beam focused. You're crystal clear. You know your assignments. You're going to do it as hard as you can, as fast as you can. You're not going to worry. You're going to communicate, and you want to practice. You got to practice the way you're going to play. And there's an expectation level, and we need to be that. And that's something I saw today. And it hasn't, you know, it's been that way too. You know, I think you just, when you get knocked in the teeth like that, you always question, what happened in practice, or can you do something better? Because you're always looking to make things better. You can't just be comfortable with where you are. You're always trying to. You walk in every day, you got a little butterflies in your stomach because you want to be the best at what you do, at the highest, top of your craft. So I think those are our players are like that too.
So did you guys make any, strict changes? Or?
No, I think that the guys came out and they know that that we got a Pac-12 game, and that there's an opportunity to get this bad taste out of our mouth, and the guys want to work. We got a great locker room. We got a great coaching staff. I mean, there's great people here, and competitors. And they're here at USC for a reason. So I'm excited to see in this rest of this week of practice and where we go.
Is it safe to say that because it is a Pac-12 game, if you can get that win on Friday night, it'll give you the momentum you need to keep moving forward?
Yeah, it'd be, and then on to our next opponent. It'll be the best 6 hours of our life, I'll tell you that. When you win a football game.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, you not, and then on to the next. One at a time. One at a time.
Do you feel like you guys have advantages in the run game this week with that smaller defensive front?
Yeah, they're problematic. I mean, they move and they do different fronts and things, and guys got to come out ready to play. I mean, they're a good football team. They're well coached, and they're on a winning streak. They're 3-0, and so I mean, we got to be on our A game. Absolutely.
What do you do up front to kind of counter that quicker front?
What's that?
What do you do up front to kind of counter that quicker front that they have?
Just run great plays, have great schemes into it, and make sure guys in the right spot.